Hello, welcome to Gaga Knits. My name's Anita and I live in South Wales in the UK, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Anita Ball, and show notes can be found in the description box below. I hope you're all keeping well. It is a cloudy and rainy day today here in Wales, which is so nice after all that hot sun. I have been back in work for a few weeks and it's been unbearable in work because we haven't been able to have any fans on or air conditioning, and well, we've just been melting. So it's a relief that it's cooler, but it would be nice if the sun came out, not so much, not so hot. It would be lovely. I hope you've been doing some crafting since we spoke last. I have been doing a little bit of all sorts of things really. I have got some knitting works in progress, some finished objects in sewing, finished object in cross stitch, and I've got a couple of acquisitions, I think 2 major, and some works in progress in sewing as well. That was a bit muddled, wasn't it? So let's get on first with the knitting. And my first project I'm keeping in my lovely bag from Davina of Little Workroom Crafts is my Mount Pleasant tee, and that is a pattern by Nodecker, and I am using this really lovely yarn from Tyddyn Bryn, and I've done quite a bit. It's going to be a bit awkward to show you. There we are. It's got this really nice lace pattern at the bottom, and it's very simple to do, and it's not a huge amount of it, and then it's just basically knitting in the round all the way up until you get to the armhole here, and then you have to just knit on the front stitches, which I'm doing. And now I've just got to the point where I'm going to start decreasing for the neck. I'm doing the size medium, and this yarn is so nice to work with, and you can't see, or can you see, there's a little bit of sparkle in there. It's really nice, so I'm really enjoying that. And knitting on these are the, what needles? The Aldi Premium. These are 3.75 metal ones, and they're just so nice to knit with. I click away, it must annoy Martin because they're a bit clicky. But when I don't want to concentrate, this is great. You just knit round and round and round. So I'm really enjoying that. And this I am entering into a make-along, which is the Christmas Gifts Mal 2020 that Angela and Lindsay, so Knitting on the Farm and Stitch Create Love, they are doing a knit-along for Christmas gifts. This is gift to myself, which is allowed. So if you want to know all the information about the knit-along, if you go over onto their YouTube channels, and you can find all the information on there. I think I might have told you a bit more about the make-along in my last episode, but it's better to go on their YouTube channels because they'll have all the relevant information. So that's my one project. I keep the 2 knitting projects I keep downstairs by my armchair, and just pick whichever one up I'm feeling in the mood to do. And my other project is a sock project, and I'm also entering it into a make-along, which is the Yarn and Yarns Summer of Socks Cal that Angela is running. And I have finished a sock. I am doing the Rhian socks, and it was from a little Christmas supplement of a knitting magazine, but it's called Rhian Socks on Ravelry, a couple of pounds. It's paid for pattern, and it's got a mock cable. It's really easy to do because really there's only 3 rounds that have the pattern on, and the others are just very simple. There's 7 rows to the pattern altogether, but there's only 3 that you really have to concentrate on, and you don't have to concentrate a lot because it's only 10 stitches. And I'm doing the 60 stitch version, and I think there's 3 different sizes you can have. And I did originally start trying to do these on my 9-inch circlers. I still got them in the bag. They are, yes, it's the Higher Sharp 9-inch circlers. And where are they? They're so small I can't even see them. Oh, there he is. Got the little, I don't like them. Here it is. This tiny little thing. And I did do, they are cuff down socks. I think then I did all this in this little tiny needle, and it took ages, and I don't think I can get gauge because you can't really hold them very well. And then when I got to the heel flap, I didn't quite know what to do because you can't, I don't think you can do them with these. But I then turned to my lovely Knit Pro Zings, which are these ones in the 2.5mm, and I much prefer the DPNs. Oh, I've dropped that little thing. And so when I started doing the heel, I couldn't face going back to that little 9-inch circler, so I've done the rest of the sock, so all this, with the DPNs, and when I start and cast on my second sock, I'm just going to do them all in DPNs because it was really slow going. And I did try, when I was first starting with socks, I tried DPNs then, and I didn't get on with those because I used to get ladders. So then I discovered Magic Loop, and I much preferred that. Then I thought, well, you know, you should keep trying new things and going back to things that you couldn't do very well. And then I tried DPNs again, and then I preferred knitting with those than I did with the Magic Loop. So I thought, as I tried the 9-inch circlers before and didn't get on with them, that I might have more success this time. And I did in a way, because I didn't get cramp in my hand, which is what I did get last time, but I just didn't like them. It was so slow. So DPNs are my needle of choice for socks. So I've done one, and it's lovely, lovely yarn. And it was from, I can't remember where it's from, but she doesn't dye yarn now anyway. But I shall put it underneath because someone might have them maybe destashing, and then you might be able to find some. Put all that back away now. So they are my two knitting projects, and I've just been working on those. I haven't done any other knitting, but I have done some sewing. If you remember a couple of episodes gone ago, I think it was when I did a little vlog about going back to work, I showed you some fabric that was this vegetables fabric. Now the reason I wanted this fabric was to make some bags for my kitchen. Now my kitchen is absolutely tiny. It's really, really small. So small that along by the sink there's a little cupboard and then the back door, but it's not even deep enough there to have a full width or full depth cupboard. So I've got a little sort of triangular corner cupboard tucked in the corner, and in the bottom of that I kept my potatoes and onions, and it's basically a mess. And Charlie's treats were in there. So I decided I would make some potato sacks. So this, with a thread hanging off it, is going to be my potato sack. And I have lined it. It's going to be the poshest potato sack in Wales. And the pattern is from Happy Things blog. And I got it ages ago. I printed off the instructions, and it's just a little drawstring bag. It's lined, but it's not interfaced. So I made one for me and one for Jodie, because quite often when I make things and I show them on here, Jodie wants one as well. And that's just the pattern, but I just printed it off in black and white, and it says up there the Happy Things blog. So I've made 2 of those, and then also I made some more bucket bags, and this is a pattern from Jean Truelove on YouTube, and I have made a few before, and this one is going to be for my onions, and lined again. So my onions are going in there, my potatoes are going in the little drawstring one, and then I made another one with some fabric that is a dress. I made a dress out of it, dress fabric, and then some red lining. And this one isn't for anything in particular, it's just because I wanted to make another bag. I love making these, and I am making another one of these, different, no, with the same fabric, but I'm going to make a band on the top and make it a drawstring, and then I think that will be really nice, and that's a gift for someone. So I've cut it out and I haven't done any more of that, and these are interfaced, so that's what makes them nice and sturdy, and they've got a flat bottom. And Jean Truelove, she shows you all different sizes of bag, and I'm doing the smallest size, and I have got a template that I use, very professionally done here. So I can just go around this with my rotary cutter, and it's 11 inches by 11 inches, and then you cut these little squares out that are 2.5 inches to make the flat bottom, and that works really well for me, and I love making those, they're good fun. Right, so that's the bags. Oh yes, I've also been working on my stepmom's table runner. She wanted a table runner, so she wanted grey colours. So on eBay, I bought these different fabrics. I've showed them to you before, but now I've sewn them all into a long strip. So that's the top of the table runner. And then for the around the edge here, I ordered some dark grey and light grey fat quarters on eBay. And I've sewn these together to make the back. So these are just going to be sort of like that. And the reason they're like that is because I ordered 3 fat quarters of the dark grey and 3 of the light grey. And I expected them to come in a continuous piece, but they came actually as 3 individual fat quarters. And I was a little bit annoyed because I planned to use some of them to go around the edge here, which I have done, but I don't know if you can see, but I've had to seam them. And I didn't want to have a seam. I wanted them just to be a continuous strip. But I could have ordered some more from somewhere else, but then they wouldn't have been the same colours. And I did put some of the greys in the stripes as well. So hopefully she won't mind too much. And I didn't really have enough to, they don't line up because I didn't really have enough left over to do that properly. Anyway, it'll be fine. I'm going to interface the back and then sew it all together, and I'm sure she'll, or my stepmom, my stepmom will be happy with those. And she also said she'd like some placemats, and I'm going to use the leftover pieces of the strips because they were a fat quarter bundle. And in this little tin, I've been making more English paper piecing hexies. And what all of it. So these are all little hexies that I've been making using the scraps of fabric, and some of these originally weren't going to go in the runner because they weren't grey, but my stepmom and dad came for a visit recently and she looked at all these and she said she was fine with them all, and I'm going to make some placemats where I've got the main piece of the placemat is one of the colours, not solid because some of them are patterned, but the main colour, and I'm going to put some hexes around the edges to make it look a bit different. But I haven't done those yet, so I'm just working on the hexes. These are down by the side of my chair downstairs as well. And then sometimes in the evening it's just nice to sew these. I love sewing hexes when you're tired, especially in work when it's been so hot. I've been coming home quite tired, and this is about all I can manage, and it's also not as hot as wool and things on your lap. So I have been doing those. Let's have a look on my list. So that was my English paper piecing cross stitch. I have finished my cross stitch. That is called Peter's Hug, and it was the cross stitch from Aldi's that my friend in work got me for my birthday, and it's a really nice pattern. There we are. There it is. I really enjoyed working on it, and I liked doing these little French knots. There's lots of little French knots there. Really nice, and you have plenty of threads, and I've got plenty of leftovers, and I now have to decide whether I'm going to put it into a hoop or into a frame. I'll probably put it in a picture frame and put it up on my wall behind the bed. Let's see if I can turn you around, maybe. There's the cabin bed, and above there I've got several cross stitches and things I've done in the past, so I might add it to my little gallery wall of cross stitch. Right, that's my cross stitch, and next I have some acquisitions. Now I haven't got many, but I saw an advert from Plush Addict. Now I don't know if it was on it was probably on Instagram, a little video, and they showed this fabric, which looks quite boring and plain, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but on the inside it's the plastic waterproof coated material, so you can use this inside toiletry bags and makeup bags. Now I have made Josh, my son, a makeup no, I haven't made him a makeup bag. I made him a toiletry bag when he was going to Australia. I made him a toiletry bag, and I've also made Jodie one, but I had to just use fabric inside and not this waterproof fabric. So I bought this from Plush Addict. Now this, I bought 2 fat quarters, which then came in a ½ meter piece. So that's what I was saying with the other fat quarters. I expected it to be on a continuous piece. But anyway, I bought that so that I can make some toiletry bags and some makeup bags for Christmas presents. So that came this week, and I've actually gone out into the world. On my way home from work, I've gone into a shop. Not a supermarket, because that's the only shop I've been going to is the supermarket, but actually into a shop. And I went into the works and had a little look around, and I found this book. Absolutely love this book. It's called Beetles, Bugs and Butterflies, and it's really cute. And in the beginning, they actually make it like a story. So it's a story for the children, and I love reading to my grandchildren, all about the different bugs and beetles and things that you make in the book. Now I showed this to Harry, and he would like me to make him a beetle. Oh, this way. There. A beetle. And also, as a gardener, we won't like these. Any gardeners do not like these, but Harry likes them. Right, I want to make sure I don't want to show you the instructions, but they are little aphids. So he wants lots of little aphids and a beetle. And for Jack, I thought I would make him one of the butterflies because they are so cute. But there is a butterfly here. Bear with me a sec. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, you can't see. So I want to make him this butterfly here, but also with its cocoon. So you make it, and then it's in a little cocoon. I think I'll probably have to put pictures in because it's a bit shiny. But oh, they are so cute. And I thought Jack would like that because he can put the butterfly in and out of the cocoon. So I'm going to have to get some yarns for that. They use the sheepy's cotton. Sheepy's Katona 4-ply cotton. So I might just get several balls of all the different colours because I'll probably make lots and lots of these. But they're just so cute. I think I was looking then, I don't know if they look like little leaves. And Harry and I have started reading the story, so that is ever so good. And it's in the works at the moment, and it was just a couple of pounds, I can't remember. I did put a picture on my Instagram. If you go on Amazon, it'd probably be quite a bit more, but I mean, it was such a bargain, I had to have that. And then the other two acquisitions have been given to me. So my dad and stepmom came to visit recently, like I say, and my dad found this thread in the attic because he doesn't know where it's from. And I think it's cotton. It's a little bit grubby. And I thought I would use it on my English paper piecing just to fold the sides in when you fold the fabric over the templates, because I don't use glue. I like to sew them. But it sews, it just goes through the material really nicely. And I know you're not supposed to use old thread because it can snap, but this is really strong. And I have made I've used it to make a little lavender pouch with some hexies, and I actually used it for the little stitches where you join the hexies together, and it's really nice to use. So I'm going to use that and hope that it doesn't become brittle and snap, because like I say, it's really strong. And yesterday, Sunday, we went to lunch at Martin's mum and dad's house. Now, Martin's dad used to be in the army. He's retired now. And because I'm doing macrame, he asked me, would I like this cord? And it's khaki. Now, being as he was in the army, do you have any idea what that was for? Apparently, it was originally to make camouflage netting. So his dad would use this, put lots of knots in it and make camouflage netting. And I thought it would be nice for macrame, and that I could make some hanging pot plant holders that would actually be able to keep outside, because I think this is weatherproof. And Leslie, if you're watching, just for you to know, I will be doing a tutorial on how I make my macrame pot holders. Although I'm not a professional, I've only done a few. I did try and film one the other day, but my hands were in the way, so I'm going to have to put the camera, I think, here and film in front. It's a bit hard to show because they're so long, but I originally started off, I got this book, and it is a really nice book, and it has got some nice projects in it, but it's quite hard just looking at the little line drawings to understand some of the some of the knots and how they're done. So I tend to look in here and then go onto YouTube and see if someone's done a little tutorial. And I did link a tutorial that Janelle from Rosary Apparel had done, where she's shown a video of how she makes her macrame pot holders. She's very good at filming them and everything, so I'll link that down here again. But I will try and do my own version, because I suppose everyone who has a go at making them does them a little bit differently. I don't do like they say in here, where you're supposed to have the middle cords are supposed to be really long and then the outer cords are shorter. What I do is I alternate them so that they can all be the same length. But when I do my tutorial eventually, hopefully I'll be able to explain that a little bit better, just in case you're interested, you want to have a go, and you want to have a go at something a bit simpler, because it can seem quite daunting, but you know, baby steps. So that's everything I've been working on at the moment. A little bit of everything really. So I'm going to go downstairs now and put my potatoes and my onions in these bags now that I've shown them to you. And I'll put a little picture in and you can see how much neater the little cupboard looks, hopefully, with my nice new homemade containers. So I hope that's given you a little bit of inspiration and maybe some ideas, or if you're trying to think of things that you can make. And you can by all means leave a comment below, let me know what you're working on, or if there's anything you would like me to show you or talk about. And it's just nice to interact with you and read the comments. So until next time, stay safe, happy crafting, and I shall see you soon. Bye for now.